The sudden death of an aspiring racer, Jason Leffler, on June 12, 2013, shook the world. Leffler was a professional racing car driver. He participated in many competitions, won many trophies, was, no doubt, passionate about his career, and is someone people still look up to. But was it fate or speed that killed him? Let's find out. The beginning. Before his untimely death in 2013, professional racing car driver Jason Leffler had a tremendous influence on a number of motorsport disciplines. Leffler was born in Long Beach, California on September 16, 1975, and showed an early interest in racing. His ascent up the motorsports levels, demonstrated by his extraordinary talent, tenacity, and passion for the game. He had a small family that included his parents, Charlie and Allison, his brother, Chris, and his son, Charlie Dean. He also shared his life with his live-in girlfriend, Juliana Patterson, and both of them even got engaged later, but unfortunately, he did not have enough time left to marry her. Apart from that, he was very connected to his family throughout his life, who supported him when it came to pursuing his passion for motorsports because they knew how much he loved it. Leffler's career started in open-wheel racing, where he was a sprint and midget car champion. And he, along with his family, celebrated every victory together, honored achievements, and had tons of joyful moments. Many were drawn to him because of his skill on dirt tracks, due to which he swiftly climbed up the ranks and won many titles and honors during the process. A big turning point in his career came when he entered the renowned Indianapolis 500 for the first time in 1999. After switching to stock car racing, Leffler showed his adaptability in the driver's seat and participated in the Truck Xfinity and Cup Series, among other NASCAR competitions, which helped him build a reputation as a strong competitor who was always looking for a win and was well known for his prowess on small courses. Among the many highlights of Leffler's NASCAR career were wins in the Truck Series, and he was respected in the racing community because of his perseverance, commitment to his job, his timely accomplishments, but also for his sincere demeanor, diligence, and humility. The accident.
The death of a longtime driver, police say Jason Leffler hit the wall last night during a dirt track event in New Jersey.
Leffler was taking part in a 25-lap dirt track event for sprint cars when he crashed.
Leffler persevered in chasing his racing goals in spite of obstacles and disappointments encountered along the road, and persisted in competing at the greatest level, winning the respect of both supporters and rivals. Every lap he finished demonstrated his love for racing, and his tenacity and fortitude served as an example to many. However, something unexpected occurred on the evening of June 12, 2013, at Bridgeport Speedway in Swedesboro, New Jersey, when Jason Leffler was engaged in a deadly sprint car accident that rocked the racing world. The circumstances surrounding the collision serve as a somber reminder of the risks drivers take every time they head to the track and offer insight into the perils inherent in the auto racing industry. Do you think the current safety measures are enough? Let us know down in the comments below. The tragedy that happened at Bridgeport Speedway during a Wednesday night sprint car race that was a part of the Night of Wings series, during which powerful lightweight vehicles competed on dirt tracks in the fast-paced, high-risk sport of sprint car racing, as they are built for both speed and agility. Leffler was racing a sprint car in the event. He was an accomplished and seasoned racer, and had previously participated in a number of racing competitions, such as NASCAR, where he had gained recognition and appreciation for his talent behind the wheel. The events leading up to Leffler's death transpired during a heat race, which served as a practice run to establish starting lineups for the main event. Given that these races are usually shorter than main races, but all the same the drivers fight for position and still engage in fierce rivalry. That fateful evening tragedy occurred in terrible circumstances surrounding Leffler's heat race, as his automobile collided with another car while he was vying for position on the circuit. As a result, his car spun out and flipped many times before coming to a stop. Sprint car crashes are notoriously severe, since these vehicles have a tendency to take off and roll over quickly, especially when there are several cars parked near each other on the circuit. Serious damage and injuries were caused by the impact of the incident, and Leffler's automobile was tipped over as a result. Emergency responders and track safety officials arrived at the scene quickly, but Leffler's injuries were quite severe. Cause of death: Leffler, who was 37 years old, passed away from his wounds in spite of the attempts made by emergency responders to rescue him from the debris and help him. The racing world was shocked by the news of Leffler's death, which led to a flood of condolences and tributes from fans, drivers, and racing organizations. Even while efforts are still being made to enhance safety regulations and equipment, his passing acted as a sobering reminder of the risks associated with motor racing. What is your favorite Jason Leffler moment? Share it with us down in the comments below. An inquiry was started after the incident to ascertain what caused it and the events leading up to the unfortunate incident. And the course of events leading up to the disaster were pieced together by analyzing crash reconstructions, witness accounts, and race day video. Sprint car accidents such as the one that took Leffler's life frequently stem from a number of variables, including fast speeds, tight racing, and the unpredictable nature of dirt track conditions. Divers have to make snap judgments in order to negotiate narrow curves and congested fields during competition, which raises the risk of contact and crashes. And since racing events can stem from a complex interaction of factors and circumstances, the exact cause of Leffler's accident may never be known with certainty. On the other hand, the accident spurred attempts to put more safety precautions in place for drivers going forward and reignited conversations about racing safety. Following Leffler's death, there was a greater focus on enhancing safety regulations for auto racing, including sprint car racing, by focusing more on education and training drivers and racing staff, improved track designs, and continuous research and development of safety equipment. Despite the obvious hazards, motor racing is nonetheless a popular high-adrenaline activity that millions of people worldwide enjoy. And in addition to their accomplishments on the racetrack, drivers such as Jason Leffler are revered for their bravery, enthusiasm, and love of the game. Even though Leffler's life was cut short, his legacy lives on, encouraging the next generation of racers to follow their passions while always remembering the value of safety and respect for the track's hazards. After death, the racing community, along with spectators and other drivers, reacted to the horrific accident that claimed the life of Jason Leffler at Bridgeport Speedway on June 12, 2013, with an enormous outpouring of sympathy, grief, and introspection. The motorsport community was rocked by Leffler's unexpected death, which sparked widespread grief for a popular racer whose influence went beyond his on-track accomplishments. Social media platforms were deluged with condolences and tributes in the immediate wake of the disaster from fans, other drivers, racing organizations, and members of the larger sports community. As fans and industry insiders struggled to come to terms with the loss of a gifted competitor, recognized for his enthusiasm, skill, and contagious personality, word of Leffler's passing spread around the racing community like wildfire. In the days and weeks that followed after Leffler's death, a number of racing organizations and circuits paid tribute to his memory. At the races in a number of categories, drivers, teams, and spectators honored Leffler's memory both on and off the track with moments of silence. These acts of memorial proved how much of an influence Leffler had on both the sport and the lives of the people who knew him. In memory of Leffler, memorial ceremonies and tributes were conducted, giving friends, family, teammates, and supporters a chance to unite and commemorate his life. When you hear his name, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Share it with us down in the comments section below. These events provided an opportunity to exchange recollections, tales, and anecdotes on Leffler's career as a racer, his character, and his contributions to the sport. Following Leffler's death, the racing world not only responded emotionally, but also made steps to help his family. Donation drives, charity activities, and fundraisers were planned to provide Leffler's loved ones with the support and money they needed during their difficult time. The abundance of kindness and support showed how close-knit the racing community is and how eager it is to help people in need, spurred fresh discussions and actions targeted at improving safety measures and practices across multiple racing disciplines in the larger context of motorsport safety. Track authorities, safety experts, and regulatory organizations re-examined current safety regulations and made modifications to reduce hazards and avert future fatalities of this kind. The accident also acted as a warning about the risks associated with car racing and the necessity of putting safety first at all levels of the competition. To raise awareness, educate the public, and provide training on safety standards and procedures, driver teams, track authorities, and safety workers all worked even harder to intensify their efforts. To celebrate Leffler's legacy and remember his achievements to the sport, a number of tributes and memorials have been built. These included tributes, prizes, and scholarships in Leffler's honor, guaranteeing that his memory would live on for years to come and inspire racing generations to come. Leffler's death had a profound impact on those who were impacted by his tale all around the world, not only in the racing scene. His untimely demise serves as a tragic reminder of how fleeting life is and how important it is to savor every moment on and off the track. in the end. The way people reacted to Jason Leffler's tragedy demonstrated both his enormous influence on the motorsport industry and his enduring legacy. As a reminder of the fervor, solidarity, and resiliency that characterizes the racing community, Leffler's memory endures thanks to the widespread mourning support and introspection that ensued after his loss. Following Jason Leffler's sad tragedy, the motorsports world came together to pay tribute to him, offer support to his family, and push for increased safety regulations in the sport. Leffler's legacy inspires and unites racers worldwide via tributes, monuments, and continuous attempts to raise safety standards. This is the story of Jason Leffler, who will be remembered as one who followed his passion with all of his heart and enjoyed life to the fullest. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe to our channel. We will see you next time with another hero. Any ideas on who we should cover next? Share them down below, and until next time, take care.